I've been thinking about you, how your voice shakes when you're lying. Make everything about you, and I just be a smiling. I'd still be here when we're in hard times. Baby, just join in the fun. Running around, I lose my mind. The summer's only begun. I'd still be here when we're in hard times. Baby, just join in the fun. Running around, I lose my mind. The summer's only begun.
Yo, what's up, Panda? Just getting started, man. Crack lagging.
Summer's only begun. Summer's only begun. Tell me, baby, it's untrue. Up all night just drinking, and I don't know what we'll do as the daylight starts to sink in. I'd still be here when we're in hard times. Baby, just join in the fun. Running around, I lose my mind. The summer's only begun. I'll still be here when we're in hard times. Baby, just join in the fun. Running around, I lose my mind. The summer's only begun. Summer's only begun. Summer's only begun.
I don't understand it. This wasn't the plan. Don't wanna demand it. I've done what I can. And I never mentioned the times you were rude. And I never mentioned when you hear the truth. Scared to lose it all. I will stand a chance. And I don't wanna fake. What if I can't walk away? You got me staying away. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. The same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. I don't like to leave things unresolved. Maybe it's madness. I'm begging you, please pick up the call. You're causing me damage. I should've known wasn't your fault. Don't even matter. I wasn't thinking clear, trying to take it there. Scared.
Well, what's up, guys? Here we go. Anybody there? Let me see some W's in the chat. Anyone there? Hello, hello, hello. Oh shit. Comfy cozy in Valorant. Didn't come in yet. Oh yeah, they did.
One enemy remaining. Team ace.
Tell me about it. We'll watch a game trailer of it right now. How about that? After this? That game was like my life. This game. 29 to 20 They should put like 2 on blast. How was that guy doing? Oh, I shot the chicken. I have probably. I know I have at least 10,000 hours. I feel like I have decent aim. What's up, brother? If you type setup, it'll give you all the new stats. That's my old setup, which is basically still here. I'm using that as my secondary setup now. That's my old setup. Oh, he gave it to me. That's my card. Okay, I'll have to check out his better now. Fuck you, buddy. I'm just getting impatient. Oh shit! Oh, you kidding me? I ran.
Homies on my door with the
Anyways, tired of watching it. What's up, guys? Ooh. Heck up. What's up, guys? Top of the mountain to you. I got on like hella late today. I was really tired. I was just chilling. Ooh. Ooh. Why does it feel like the camera's laggy today? I mean, as long as you can see me and hear me, right? I'm gonna watch some like Netflix and like movie trailers today. Start off.
What's going on, honey? It's the
New
third time
Netflix
you've been
thing.
suspended for fighting.
Wait, chatting or gaming tonight?
I know, you'd think I'd be better at it by now.
I don't know, man. I
I
just
don't
kind of lost my
understand
interest in
Dad,
gaming
I miss
lately.
him too, you know. But son, you need to think about your future.
Just chilling,
Because it's
probably.
coming.
Thanks for popping in, though, man.
Sooner than you think.
Turn my camera down a little bit. Yo, Joseph, what's up, man? Feels lost, man. Yeah, same. Honestly, man. I've been bouncing around on a few games, and I just like have no desire. Nothing satisfies me. I get bored after like 10 minutes. I'm just like, sucks. Warzone, Valorant, Apex, all three of them. Just bored of all of them.
Or, you know, fall down
CS:GO.
and scream.
It's cool to deathmatch. That's about it. Play a
You
game
know
or
how to get in
two.
my dad's garage.
I always like playing CS:GO, but I don't know.
You knew how to close the fridge.
Want to kick it in Discord while I
We
build
have the
Legos a
same
bit?
scar.
Maybe.
Right here.
I miss competing, but I just
Wearing my
don't
dad's
feel
watch.
getting into it. Justin, same here, man. I miss playing on a team. I miss playing with the squad and like everybody being on the same page and making
That's
calls and all that.
But yes,
So I would play like that if we had a good squad and
there
like
once was.
everyone had good mics,
Where you
good
going?
quality, like good vibes. I wouldn't mind playing, but solo queuing just is not the business. You know what I mean? It's just over it.
Time travel exists. This world, our world, everything has already been changed.
It's too daunting now.
We're
Yeah.
gonna put the genie back in the bottle.
Panda, I'll hit you up. All right, Panda, for sure, man. Thanks for popping in.
Adam?
Dad.
So I'm gonna start doing IRL streams, man. Justin, I don't know if you watch any IRL streams before, but I ordered the IRL backpack.
That's awesome.
I got the routers.
Okay.
Got the RTMP server. I have an iPhone and a Galaxy 22, so I can read chat and then like vlog and just, you know, have everything ready to go. I'm gonna start just traveling and just doing like little 3 or 4 hour live streams around like a farmer's market or a beach or like a surf competition, an air show, you know, hiking on a trail, a car show, like just random stuff, you know. Coaching young folks would scratch this. I don't think I can't be a coach. Like I could, but I'd rather do other things, I guess. White Sands National Park, and I'm also looking for places to go on hikes and like travel. So I'm looking at like travel videos, but not like abroad really, just like around my area for now. Some ESA Open grinders, dude. I haven't played Counter Strike like that, like in ESA since 2016. 6 years since I got with my ex-wife, since we got married, and then I stopped playing competitively, and then that ended. So, but I'm just old now, so it's like whatever. I don't think I had ESCA for 13 years from 2003 until 2016. Yeah, I guess shit just changes, and I heard ESCA is not really popping anymore, and they like sold like ESL sold their company to, I don't know. It just didn't sound good. Ex-girlfriend of 9 years hated CS:GO, but she didn't understand. It just hit different. Damn, bro. No, yeah. So I could tell you some stories. I don't even want to get into it, but yeah, she. Oh man, I want to say stuff, but she met me because I played CS:GO. That's the only reason I met her, is because I played CS:GO, and I ended up marrying her. And then she just like trashes me, like saying I suck and I was never good. I was like, you don't even know. You never even watched me play. You're like she was like a silver 1. Like she couldn't even like turn. She couldn't even do a 180 in game. She's like a 100% noob. So I just was like, yeah, toxic. I'm over here global elite on 3 accounts. Yeah, I don't know how to play at all. That was a WoW addict. Oh God. Yeah, I mean I played WoW for a little bit, but I never like let it take over my life. Well, maybe for a few months there. But yeah, man, that sucks. I'm looking for like a Yosemite. We already looked at that. Panorama Trail. Put all the resentment on me. Yeah. Yeah, so it's hard to say what people are really doing, right? So I just went through some crazy shit, and I'm good now. It's been a few months, but I just feel bad even talking about it. I don't want to like vent to the world, you know, who watches my vlogs and stuff. Yeah, maybe in the future I'll do like a tell all. It's crazy. I can make like a YouTube like documentary on it all. It's so insane. What I like, it's not all bad. Some of it was really good, right? But it's crazy, like going through all that good, and then like how could there be bad, or why would that be a problem? You know, it's like crazy how things like turn out. It's like it's just wild. Yo, what's up, No Name? 15 months out of that. You're in SoCal, Runyon Canyon is a celebrity hack. I think I saw that one yesterday. We were looking at the Hollywood hike. Oh, it's an hour. This guy like dead ass recorded the whole thing, dude. I could probably have service here. Oh damn, that's sick. Definitely do this. Nice view. It's like a 2-hour hike up and down, it looks like. Something like that. I'm actually going there on Sunday. The Hollywood Hills. That's funny. Maybe I'll do this in the morning on Sunday or something. Or, I don't know. Maybe on Monday the next day. I don't know. I'm actually going to Hollywood Hills. Maybe next Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of want to take you guys to San Diego too.
What's up, guys? Today we're talking about Balboa Park is a place where you can take multiple days to explore the dozen or so museums located on the property.
I've actually never been there.
I recommend spending a half day there and checking out some of the ones that you're most interested in. A few of my favorites are the Museum of Man, the San Diego Air and Space Museum, the Natural History Museum,
that's a good idea, because I have a bad knee right now. I just want something light.
But honestly, you can't go wrong just walking around the area, checking out the Oregon Pavilion, going to the Botanical Gardens. It's a great place to spend a few hours in San Diego. Number 2 is something you've certainly heard of before, and that's the San Diego Zoo. The San Diego Zoo is located in the Balboa Park area, and it's one of the best zoos I've ever been to. The zoo is massive with tons of different animals you can see, ranging from polar bears and elephants to meerkats and flamingos. If you have young kids, this is of course a great spot to bring them, but even if you don't, I still find a ton of things to enjoy at the zoo every time I go. Stop number 3 is the Unconditional Surrender statue in the USS Midway. Located right on the water in downtown San Diego, the USS Midway has been a really popular attraction for decades. This large aircraft carrier takes hours to fully explore, and there's a ton of cool stuff to see, as well as great views of downtown San Diego when you get to the top. Right next to it though is the Unconditional Surrender statue, which is free to visit. It was made from the famous picture of the sailor kissing the woman on victory over Japan Day in Times Square in 1945. This statue is about 40 feet tall, and it's a great place for photography. Also, right next to it is an area dedicated to Bob Hope, which plays some of his speeches he gave to the military, and has a lot of bronze figurines that you can check out.
I went on the USS
Stop
Iowa.
number 4 is to head over to Old Town San Diego, which is one of the oldest spots in the entire city. Old Town San Diego is a great place to park and walk around for a few hours, as there's lots to explore. Some of my favorite spots is the Train Museum, the El Campo Cemetery, which has a lot of historic grave sites from the 1800s, the Whaley House, which is supposed to be one of the most haunted places in all of America, and Old Town itself, which is a collection of museums, shops, places to eat, and a big old pavilion that you can walk around in. I always find something new there to see every time I go. Number 5 is the Maritime Museum in downtown San Diego. The Maritime Museum is much like the one you would see in San Francisco, which is a collection of old ships that you can walk onto and explore. This museum has 6 or 8 ships, with the Star of India, an old pirate-looking ship, being one of the most popular. This ship sailed around the world 21 times and is one of the oldest sailing ships still in existence.
Oh, Joshua Tree.
I also love checking out the submarine, but there's some tight spaces, so if you're not a fan of those, you might want to stay out of this one. I have a national park pass, and Number 6 is Belmont Park. Belmont Park is located right on the beach in the Mission Beach area of San Diego,
last year,
and it has a fun amusement park area for families. This area was built in the early 1900s, and the roller coaster itself was built in around the 1920s.
Joshua Tree.
While I haven't ridden the roller coaster myself, I do love walking around the area, grabbing something to eat, and playing some of the carnival games. Be sure to check it out if you have a family and you're exploring San Diego. Stop number 7 is Cabrillo National Monument.
In Arizona.
Run by the National Park Service, Cabrillo National Monument is located out on the peninsula, which looks back on downtown San Diego. This area houses a historic lighthouse, which you can walk into when it's open. A statue of Cabrillo himself, and a tide pool area which is located along the cliffs. It's a great place to walk around, and it provides a lot of things to see when the tide is low.
I went up to
Stop number 8 is
Carmel
the
by the
Sunset
sea. I
Cliffs
took
area
my dad
of San
up there
Diego.
and drove down
Located
PCH.
right
That
above
was really
Cabrillo
nice.
National Monument,
I kind of want to do
this
that
stretch
again.
of a half dozen
Take my
miles
time.
is a
I really like the
place in San
PCH
Diego,
drive
one
on the
of
way
my
down.
favorites to
I
watch
just wish
the
I would have
sunset
stopped.
at. Walking along the cliff shows you the erosion of the water and provides tons of beautiful vistas for you to see during your walk. If you happen to be there during a super low tide, like a -2 tide, you can walk out to the Sunset Cliffs Sea Cave, which is an awesome place to experience as well, but only go there if it's
jet ski riding and
Stop number 9 is the Liberty Public Market. Liberty Public Market is much like Oxbow Market in Napa,
yeah, you gotta take
which is a
Dramamine,
large
man.
building
I'll be
with
that
lots of
guy.
small
I gotta take
spaces for
Dramamine. I
different
get
restaurants,
too on the
shops,
only
and
though.
breweries.
I found out
I
the
like
hard way when I
walking
was
through
younger.
there, having some
All I gotta do
oysters,
is put the
trying some
patch on,
cheese, and
or,
finding new beers to check out. It's also where one of Stone Brewery's locations are at, so if you're a fan of the IPAs that they make, it's a great place to check them out. Stop number 10 is the beaches of San Diego, but specifically Pacific Beach area.
That's nice.
Honestly, one of the best things to do in San Diego is just to head down to one of the beaches. San Diego has great weather year-round, so you can often find people just relaxing, enjoying the water, surfing, checking out all the San Diego beaches have to offer. I really like going to Pacific Beach because the pier there is a great place for sunset photography. Plus, if you're looking for a unique experience, you can actually book a room on the pier itself. You can drive your car out on the pier and actually stay on the Pacific Beach pier, which is a unique thing to do in San Diego. Stop number 11 is the Torrey Pines State Natural Reserve. When you're thinking about hiking in San Diego, it doesn't get better than Torrey Pines. Torrey Pines is a great state park to explore, as there's miles of hiking trails that take you along the rugged cliffs down to the beach itself. One of my favorite spots is the Razor Point Overlook, which has a dramatic sandstone gorge that you look out over.
Cool.
Also, this is a great place for sunset, as you get amazing views over the coastline and the water itself.
So with the
Stop
router,
number 12 is to spend some time
I bought
exploring
the
the
2
small
router
coastal
setup for
town
now.
of La Jolla.
And I'll add a
La
3rd
Jolla
or
is one
4th
of my
one if I
favorite
need, but I don't
places in
think
the
so.
San
Hopefully
Diego
not.
area, as there's so much to do for adventurers and for foodies. A few of the highlights there for me is going over to Children's Pool, which is where all the seals hang out and you can walk pretty close to them.
Stream the seals?
And going
That'd be dope.
kayaking in La Jolla Cove.
I'll do
which,
that
if
too.
the weather is right, you can even kayak
yeah.
into a sea cave there.
Take you guys
Also,
there. That'll
during
be-
August and
that'll be
September,
us.
most years, leopard sharks come down into the cove.
Oh,
You
fuck,
can actually
never
smuggle
mind.
15 yards off the shore
JK.
and be seeing sharks below you, which is a pretty unreal experience to have in Southern California. Stop number 13 is heading over to UCSD to see the Stewart Art Collection. University of California, San Diego is a massive campus in the northern part of the city near La Jolla and the Torrey Pines area. They have a lot of large-scale outdoor art installations that you can
hell
walk
is that,
around
a
to. I
teddy
think there's
bear?
about 18 of them, and it's a
Made out of
great
rocks?
place
What
to
the
spend
fuck?
2 to 3 hours checking them all out. My favorite is Falling Star, which is a house that looks like it's teetering on the edge of the
That's
engineering
crazy.
building, the large rock bear, and the library, which is named after Dr. Seuss, who created Cat in the Hat. You need a few hours to see everything, but it's a great place for urban exploration in the city. Number 14 is to head over to Mission San Diego. Mission San Diego is one of the 21
okay,
Spanish
Mission.
California missions, and it's one of
I've
the
been to,
better
like, San
ones
Juan
along the
Capistrano.
Missions Trail. It's a great place to see the history of the area, including the beautiful gardens, the old bell tower, and the chapel. I recommend about an hour just walking around and checking it all out. Stop 15 is the Seaport Village area of San Diego. This is a super touristy spot that's busy on the weekends and lots of families go to for restaurants and shopping, but it's a beautiful area to explore and to walk along the water.
Yo,
My
Divine
favorite
Killer, what's
place
up,
in
man?
Seaport Village though is the bar that's located at the top of the Hyatt. It's on the 40th floor, I believe, and it's a great place to get an awesome view of the
Tower,
city. The
Yeah.
Seaport Village is also a fun spot to visit during Christmas, as they often have poinsettia trees and lots of other decorations that you can check out. Stop number 15 is the historic Gaslamp area.
We're looking
of
at San Diego.
Gaslamp has a great restaurant and bar scene,
Please, I
and
could take you
thousands
guys
of people
over
descend on
IRL
it
streaming.
every
I'm gonna
weekend.
take you guys all over.
If you
man.
want to go to a
All
unique
over.
bar, head to the top of the Marriott,
All the-
which
all
has a
the
bar that
poppin'
overlooks
spots,
Gaslamp,
just to check it
or
out.
go to the Nolan, which is another rooftop bar that's not as high
I'll go
up,
there.
but it's
Take
a
you guys.
beautiful place to grab a
No
drink.
problem.
If you don't want to visit the bars though, there's lots of shopping. There's a GR Deli, which is a fun spot to get a sundae, and there's great food options, with one of my favorites being Seersucker, which is an awesome spot for an upscale dinner in Gaslamp. Stop 17 is the San Diego Library. This famous library looks kind of like an egg from different parts of the city, and
nothing
people
but
didn't
girl
really
traffic
love it
going.
when it
Hey!
first opened. However, it's a beautiful place
Handle
of
the
architecture
scandal,
to
my bad,
explore
my guy, come
in
on.
downtown San Diego. I recommend taking the elevator all the way to the top, which lets you see that egg shape that I was describing earlier, and has great views of the city and the Coronado Bridge.
Oh, you're
There's
from
a
San
rare
Diego?
books area up here,
Oh, wait,
so
was
if
that the
you're
Coronado
into
Bridge I just
unique
spaced
old
out on?
historical books,
Yeah, look at the Coronado Bridge. That shit's sick, bro. When you're driving on top of it, looking at all the water and like the building. I love that little drive. I wish they would take us over
that I
there.
was describing
There's gotta be
earlier,
another video.
and has great views of the city and the Coronado Bridge. There's a rare books area up here, so if you're into awesome views, Grass is not a huge destination as there isn't a lot to do there other than a small playground, but it's a great area to get a view of the Coronado Bridge, which is one of the most popular photography spots in San Diego. I love coming up here with my zoom lens near sunset, as you can get a great view of all the cars going along the bridge. Number 19 is actually driving over the Coronado Bridge
used to
and
live
going
where
into
specifically?
Coronado
Just San
itself.
Diego?
Coronado is a great small
here
town
we go.
located right on the water in San Diego. It has the famous Hotel del Coronado, which sits right on the beach, and during Christmas time they actually have an ice skate rink near the beach. Plus it has Moo Creamery, which
Imagine
is a great
that,
place
ice
for ice cream, a
skating
few
rink
breweries,
on the
and a
beach.
great bike path that lets you take a bike all around the island.
I'll take
Also,
you
be
guys
sure
on
to
a bike.
stop
There
at
you
the
go.
Tidelands Park, which gives you great views of
that's
downtown
dope.
San Diego and lets you walk under the Coronado Bridge. Stop number 20 is Harper's Topiary Garden and the Spruce Street Suspension Bridge. These two short stops are right next to each other near the San Diego airport, and both of them are fun, quick spots to see. Harper's Topiary Garden is a
What the hell?
collection of manicured plants in lots of different shapes, animals, and other objects.
Interesting.
It's private property, so just observe it as you drive by, but it's a fun place for a quick 5-minute stop. About 5 minutes away from there is the Spruce Street Suspension Bridge, which is a
Used to work
historic
at
bridge in
Seersucker.
downtown
Oh, no
San Diego.
shit, really?
You can park your car and walk down on
Haha.
this historic footbridge
crazy, I
from
just saw the
1912,
restaurant.
which
They just
connects
showed
two
it.
San Diego neighborhoods. It's usually pretty popular with lots of people walking around and experiencing it, but it's a fun 5 to 10 minute stop in the city. Stop 21 is the North Park neighborhood of San Diego. Over the last decade, North Park has really come into his own as a popular, almost hipster destination in San Diego with lots of great food, breweries, and other things to explore. By far though, most of the people come for the food, which is eclectic, unique, and awesome. Some of my favorite spots are City Tacos, Hammond's Gourmet Ice Cream where you can get an ice cream flight. Lucha Libre is fun, has a big old wrestling rink, and Urban Solace for their bluegrass brunch every Sunday, which is a blast. Also, there's lots of great street art in North Park, and it's a fun area to walk around as you never know what's going to be around the next bend. Stop 22 is the San Diego Breweries. San Diego is quickly becoming one of the top beer destinations in the entire United States, and there's hundreds of breweries for you to try while you're in the city. Some of the most popular are Stone, which has a Liberty Station and Escondido location, Ballast Point, which is in Little Italy, AleSmith, Mission Brewery, so many to name. If you're a fan of the West Coast IPAs, you'll find a lot to like in the San Diego
West Coast
area.
IPAs.
My last recommendation before we talk about food is to visit Petco Park.
Yeah, dude.
Petco Park is where the Padres play, and it's a great baseball stadium in the middle of San Diego. During game days, it's electric to be anywhere near it, including the park outside, as everybody's just enjoying the San Diego weather and cheering on their favorite team. When the Padres are in town, though, it's fun to take a Petco Park tour, which takes about an hour and a half, shows you the dugout, the locker room, and a lot of the areas you don't normally see when you go to a game. They use the stadium for other things as well during the off-season though, so you may go and not be able to see the field in all of its beauty if there's a motocross event or something like that. If you don't have a chance to take a tour or go to the game, do walk around the outside area where they have the Hall of Fame and some historic statues in the park. Alright, so as promised, I'm going to show you 3 spots in the city to have a food adventure as well. The first is Tacos El Gordo. Tacos El Gordo is a Tijuana transplant that makes authentic Mexican tacos right in San Diego. It's an incredibly popular restaurant, so expect to wait 30 to 45 minutes just for the IPA. Come on. There's different lines depending on the taco that you want, but you'll see that the food recommendation number 2 is Donut Bar in downtown San Diego. If you followed my blog, then you know that one of my favorite things to find is new donut shops. When I first found Donut Bar 5 years ago, I fell in love with the unique creations that they have each and every day. They've now ballooned to multiple locations around the state, but going to the location in downtown San Diego is still my favorite, as there's tons of people waiting in line every morning to have their donuts. The one I recommend getting specifically is the creme brulee donut, which is much like the creme brulee dessert, and the top cracks when you bite into it. But there are tons of different donuts, including unique ones each day, so you can try something different as well. My last food recommendation is the Carnitas Snack Shack in the North Park area of San Diego. This is another spot that has multiple locations in San Diego, as it's become a popular destination because of their great food. The location in North Park is the original one though, and it's really fun because it is an old shack with a walk-up window that you order at. After ordering, you walk back into the open air area with tables and chairs and market lights for a truly San Diego experience to eat your food. I recommend any of the pork-based sandwiches here, obviously as it is Carnitas Snack Shack. And don't forget to grab some fries and a drink, as they have craft sodas and it's a lot of fun to try them all. That's it, my 26 recommendations for things to do in San Diego. Be sure to let me know what I left off in the comments, and if you have suggestions for future lists, leave those in the comments as well. For more information on spots all over California, go to californiathroughmylens.com. We'll see you guys next week.
The Richie spot. What, the restaurant you work at? Wouldn't live there? Live where?
What's up guys, this is Josh from CaliforniaThroughMyLens.com. Today I'm going to show you 24 things to do in San Francisco. Let's do it.
I don't watch that.
First up, no list of San Francisco stops is complete without talking about the Golden Gate Bridge.
Confused, bro.
It's one of the most iconic parts of San Francisco, and it's just as impressive to see in person. You can walk on it, photograph it from one of the many viewpoints, or take it in from my favorite spot, Battery Spencer. Bonus points for going here at sunrise, as it is incredible to watch the light coming up from behind the bridge. Stop 2 is a visit to Alcatraz. Alcatraz is a huge tourist attraction in San Francisco and one of the most well-known jails in the entire world. This island housed many notorious criminals, but now it's a national park that is open to the public.
Fuck yeah.
You can take the boat ride over to the island multiple times per day, and then you can explore as slow or as fast as you want on the self-guided audio tour. I don't recommend taking the trip to Alcatraz unless you have at least a half day to explore, as there's just so much to do here. Even though it's pretty touristy, it's still a lot of fun to visit, and there's a lot of interesting history and great views to see on the island.
Let's do it. A lot of fucking people.
Stop 3 is the ferry building. Next to where the Alcatraz tours leave, the ferry building has lots of different shops and eateries inside the historic structure. Some of my favorite spots to check out at the marketplace are Hog Island Oysters, Cowgirl Creamery, and Gott's Roadside. But even if you just wander the halls and grab Blue Bottle Coffee, you will have a good time.
Blue Bottle Coffee.
Stop 4 is also near the first two, and it's Rincon Park. Rincon Park is the home of Cupid's Span, one of San Francisco's most well-known art pieces. While there's not a lot to do at the park, I always enjoy going there for sunrise, as you can get some amazing views of the sun coming up behind the Bay Bridge. Plus, just taking some photos in front of the massive bow and arrow is worth the stop by itself. Stop 5 brings us to Coit Tower. Coit Tower is over 200 feet tall and it was built in 1933. The interior features murals painted on the many walls, and you can take an elevator all the way up to the top of the tower. When you get to the open air top floor, you can look through the many windows they have and get some great views of the city, the Golden Gate Bridge, and even Alcatraz. It's a fun way to see San Francisco from a different vantage point. Stop 6 is a ride on the famous San Francisco cable cars. If you're going to San Francisco, then the cable cars are probably already on your list. They are an iconic part of San Francisco and a lot of fun to ride. You may have to wait a while in line, but it's worth it, and I recommend trying to get an outside spot where you can hold onto the side and watch as the cars pass around you. This is a great way to get from Union Station to Fisherman's Wharf. Don't forget to visit the Cable Car Museum as well. It's free and it will tell you a lot more about these iconic cars. Stop 7 is San Francisco's Chinatown. This Chinatown is the largest outside of Asia and the oldest in North America.
Switch headquarters.
It was established in 1848 and it's a great spot to walk around and explore.
Stop by the headquarters.
I recommend spending some time in the shops, visiting a few of the restaurants, and going to the fortune cookie factory. The latter of which lets you write your own fortune and have it added into a warm cookie before it's bent into the traditional shape. Also, be sure to see Dragon's Gate on the way out of Chinatown. Stop number 8 brings us to Lombard Street. Claiming to be the crookedest street in the world, Lombard Street is a tourist attraction that features 8 hairpin turns that cars can drive down. While there's not much to do there other than to walk up and down the street, it's still fun to see and even more fun if you can drive down it. Be patient though, as it's usually a pretty slow drive with all the tourists jumping in the street. Stop 9 is Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh yeah, Fisherman's Wharf.
Fisherman's Wharf is one of the most touristy areas in San Francisco, but it's still a lot of fun to visit. I recommend stopping by Boudin and getting some of their clam chowder in a bread bowl, and then going to Musée Mécanique. Musée Mécanique is a blast, as you can change your dollars into quarters and play all sorts of old games and small mechanical shows. It's a great time for the whole family, and you can spend $5 to $10 and have 30 to 40 minutes of fun. Stop 10 is the San Francisco Maritime National Historic Park.
Interesting.
This park is run by the National Park Service, and it features a half dozen boats from the last few centuries that have been restored and are available for you to experience.
I'd be down to check that out.
You can walk on and go inside many of the different boats and explore them to your heart's content. I love seeing old boats like this, so I spent a good hour or two here just seeing what each had to offer.
I think we're finding stuff to do. San Diego, San Francisco.
Stop number 11 is Ghiardelli Square.
I'm just gonna use the restroom real quick.
San Francisco is home to Ghiardelli, and it's one of the most popular tourist spots near the water. It's a great place to check out with the old buildings and the famous sign, plus it has awesome ice cream that's rich and decadent. Just walking into the shop nets you a free chocolate even if you don't buy anything. and be sure to check out the area in the back where they show you how their chocolate is made. Stop 12 brings us to the Palace of Fine Arts. Built for the Panama Pacific Exposition in 1915, the Palace of Fine Arts is something you have to experience for yourself. It's a beautiful structure and a lot of fun to walk around, with the Central Rotunda being the most awe-inspiring. I like to photograph this spot right as the light is fading, as the reflection is amazing for pictures. While not for everyone, Stop 13 brings us to the Wave Organ, a unique piece of San Francisco history that I always enjoy checking out. It's near Crissy Fields, and you have to walk out on a long peninsula to get there. At high tide, you can hear the waves crashing into the underwater tubes and echoing the noise through the organ above. Here, take a listen. Stop number 14 is a visit to the Presidio. With over 200 years of history, the Presidio is one of those places you could easily spend weeks exploring. This old military base was transferred to the National Park Service in the 1990s, and it features many old structures, hiking trails, and beautiful views. During the summer, the park has picnics on the weekends, which bring hundreds of people to the main square. One of the best things to do here is visit the 4 pieces of artwork from Andy Goldsworthy: Spire, Earthwall, Tree Fall, and Woodline. You can do a 3-mile hike to see all of them, but Tree Fall is only open on the weekends. Don't forget to visit the Walt Disney Family Museum when you are there as well, which features a scaled replica of the original Disneyland. These are just a few things you can do in the Presidio. Stop 15 brings us to another iconic view in San Francisco, and that is the Painted Ladies. These pastel-colored houses were featured in the opening of the famous 90s show Full House, and since then they've become a must-visit for many people in San Francisco. I'm not a huge fan of the show like others are, but the park that's next to the Painted Ladies is nice to relax at. Stop 16 is Twin Peaks. No doubt you've seen the large antennas sitting up on the hill in the middle of San Francisco. This area is known as Twin Peaks, and it's a great spot to drive up and get a good view of downtown San Francisco. There are a few small hikes to the hills above the parking area, and each provides slightly different views of the city below. It's a fun short stop, especially if you have a rental car. Stop number 17 is Golden Gate Park. Larger than New York's Central Park, Golden Gate Park needs weeks to fully be experienced. While I haven't got to spend as much time there as I would like, a few of my favorite spots are the Old Dutch Windmill, Bison Paddock where they have actual bison roaming, and the Japanese Gardens. There are many great museums in here as well, like the D. Young Museum of Fine Art, and our next recommendation, the California Academy of Sciences. California Academy of Sciences is stop number 18 on this list, and it deserves its own spot as it's a blast to explore for the entire family. The main reason I like it is that it has a rainforest dome right inside of the museum. This controlled ecosystem is built to maintain the plants and animals found in a rainforest, and you can walk through it and experience butterflies and other things all around you. It's a really unique spot in the middle of San Francisco. Also, during the winter, this is a fun museum to visit as they have lots of Christmas attractions, including snow falling in the museum. Stop number 19 is Land's End. Land's End is one of my favorite short hikes in all of California. The trail goes along the coast and it features amazing views of the Golden Gate Bridge pretty much the entire time. There are many lookouts along the path, but be sure to take the hike down to Land's End Labyrinth as it's one of the best views of the bridge, and then after that go down to Mile Rock Beach and hang out on the sand.
Yo, fine. What's up?
I like to hike here before sunset and then go over to Sutro Baths to watch the sun go down.
Hey,
but even if you hike in the middle of the day, it's still an amazing trail in San Francisco. Stop 20 is the Sutro Baths. The Sutro Baths are a historic spot right on the water that's one of my favorites for exploring, especially at sunset. The area is fun to walk around as it features the remains of a privately run saltwater swimming pool complex. Not much is left from the complex other than the outline of the pool, but the views here are spectacular and it's an amazing area to explore and to watch the sun go down from. Stop 21 is Marshall's Beach, and it's probably my favorite spot for sunset in San Francisco. The beach is located below the coastal bluffs and the Golden Gate Bridge overlook, and it's about a half-mile trail to get down to the water. Once you get there, you can walk along the rugged coastline and take photos of the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. It's surely one of the best views in San Francisco. Do remember that you have to walk a half-mile uphill on stairs to get back to your car. Stop number 22 is a visit to Fort Point.
What the hell?
On the other side of the bridge from Marshall's Beach, Fort Point is a historic military base that you can visit for free when it's open. It sits right at the bottom of the Golden Gate Bridge, and it provides amazing views, plus a sense of scale for how big the bridge truly is. There's a few floors you can visit, plus a bunch of old cannons, and I love going to the top floor to get the views of the bridge, Alcatraz, and the water.
That's so random.
For the last two recommendations, we're leaving the city a little bit. It's best to do both of these only if you have a rental car, as they're not very easy to get to on foot. First, recommendation number 23 is the Point Bonita Lighthouse. Located on the cliffs across from Land's End, this lighthouse is one of the most picturesque in California. It's accessed by a half-mile walk, and it features a suspension bridge that takes you over the water to the lighthouse. The views from the lighthouse of the coastline and the bridge behind you are amazing, and it's something that all Bay Area visitors should see at least once. It's only open 1 to 2 days a week though, so be sure you check in advance. My last recommendation is a trip up to Muir Woods. When visiting California, people often ask where to see redwoods. While it's best to see them at Redwood National Park or Sequoia National Park, if you're staying near San Francisco, then Muir Woods is about as good as it gets.
I thought it was too low.
Muir Woods is about 35 minutes from downtown San Francisco, and it features some amazing trees and a beautiful spot to walk around and explore.
People are telling me it was too low. I don't know who to listen to.
That's it, my list of 24 places to visit in San Francisco. If you want to see more of my videos, click right here to subscribe. If you want to see my other channel that shows videos outside of California, you can click right here. And then if you want to read more about all of these spots and others in California, click the link below. We will see you guys on the next video.
Let's see what this guy rolls with.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great start to 2022. I wanted to address one of the most asked questions I get, and that's the gear I use for my photos and video. So I figured I'd make this video, and any questions you have, be sure to leave them in the comments. Let's jump into it. First up, let's talk about bags. This is my main bag that I use for almost everything that I do, and that's the Peak Designs Everyday Backpack. I've been using this for probably 3 to 5 years now, and I love this bag. I've even had multiple versions over the years. You can put a camera in here, you can put multiple lenses, any other accessories, plus you can put a computer in here as well. So anytime I'm going out for the day, this is the bag that I take with me. If I'm taking a longer trip, especially one where I'm flying, I always take this low pro bag with me. This thing has a ton of room, so you can put multiple cameras, multiple lenses, even my drone in here. Plus, you can put a computer in there as well. So I'll take this with me on the airplane to carry all of my stuff, and then when I get to a location, I'll switch to the day bag, the Peak Designs bag, for all the things that I'm doing there. For my camera, this is the Sony A7 IV. It just came out at the end of last year, and I decided to switch to this camera from the one I was using previously. In 2021, I had the A7S III that I used the entire year, and that's an amazing camera for video as it does extremely well in low light and it just has great quality. However, it's not the best for photos with a low 12 megapixel photo, so I decided I wanted to go with a more hybrid for this year. So I sold that camera and I went with the A7 IV, which is what I plan to use for the next few years, as it has great video and great photos. Has a good flip out screen, shoots 4K, has a lot of the features that I was missing, and I'm really excited about this even though I've only had it for about a month. This is my go-to lens, the 16-35 f4 from Sony. I use this for probably 90% of the shots that I have in my videos. So any video you've seen from the Route 66 one 2 to 3 years ago, the Alaska, anything from California, almost all shot with this lens. It's great because I can shoot wide angle shots if I'm holding it like this, or I can turn around and I can zoom in if I want to get closer to my subject. The other lens that I always have with me in my bag is the 24-105 from Sony f4 as well. It's relatively lightweight for what it is, and it allows me to be able to zoom in if I need to on a subject that's a lot further away.
So I don't use this one too often, maybe 5% of the time, but it's always with me just in case I need to get a shot that isn't covered by my previous lens. I also have 2 other specialty lenses that I take with me if I need them, but are not always in my camera bag. First is the 12-24 by Sony. This is an ultra wide lens, so you can see that kind of bulb glass on the front. It's more of a fisheye type style.
Yeah.
It's not super fisheye, but it allows you to get a ton of stuff in the frame. So I love this lens for shooting architecture, for shooting redwood trees, anything like that. Being able to get those huge shots while you're still close to the subject. This is just a really cool lens that I've had for a long time and that I can never get rid of because it has those specialty uses. In a few sitting on a hike and you want
kind of boring. Sorry guys. Fall asleep on me. Focal flare. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for coming back. How you been?
Hey guys, Josh from ThroughMyLens.com.
Salt Lake. Oh, how to explore night.
What's up guys, this is Josh Navy from ThroughMyLens.com. This is 24 hours in Niagara Falls. First stop in Niagara Falls, Maid of the Mist boat tour.
Sick.
So cute.
Don't forget to save your poncho and walk up closer to the falls after you finish the Maid of the Mist boat tour.
All right.
Also check out the observation deck when you get to
Pretty dope.
We're walking over to Luna Island before going to Cape of the Winds. Luna Island is a must-do. It has some of the best views on the American side. You can see right over the falls. We got our beautiful sandals and now we're heading to the elevator to go down to Cave of the Winds. Thank you. We're about to get wet. Entering into the hurricane zone. We just passed the hurricane zone in Cave of the Winds. We're soaking wet now. Gonna go change and then head over to the Canadian side.
Made it to the top of Skylon Tower on the Canada side. That's the American side behind us. The views up here are crazy, but the wind is also. We made it down from the tower and now we're at the overlook for American Falls. We're walking all the way along this walkway to the Queen Victoria Park. Made it to the top of the falls from the Canada side. After watching sunset, we are at Smokes Poutine for dinner.
Very interesting. Gravy French fries.
Don't leave the Canada side without checking out the falls at nighttime. They light them up and they're awesome. Also, every night at 10, they have a fireworks show if it's not raining or windy. Check out throughmylens.com for more, and thanks for exploring with us. What's up guys, Josh and Amy here, and today we're going to take you to our favorite spots on the brand new Norwegian Bliss cruise ship. Let's do it.
We're going cruising.
Made it past security. We are on the cruise.
Don't eat at the same restaurant twice. Make sure you check out all the onboard food options.
Go-karts.
This one goes out on the side of the boat. This one you use inner tubes on, goes a little bit slower, and has awesome colors inside. To play laser tag. Our next highlight is the observation deck, which goes all the way around the front of the boat. bars and tasting rooms on the ship. Next up is to make sure you check out all the live music and theater shows such as Jersey Boys. Last stop, go to the Silent Disco.
Thanks for exploring the Norwegian Bliss with Amy and I. This boat's heading up to Seattle, so check it out there and be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week.